get all my energy from the stage to the studio and to my desk. I am the energy god, and you can be one too.
You're listening to Adeshokwe Live, the Afrobeats podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to a brand new edition of Adeshokwe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast, where we break down the hottest topics in the culture. And sometimes I'm joined by a special guest to talk to me one-on-one. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, we need you to subscribe right now. The bigger our platform gets, the better we're in position to support and promote our own people without waiting for others to do so. This is brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink and Anchored Car Sales. Follow Anchored Car Sales on social media. If you'd like to get yourself a brand new car, regardless of what your budget is, send them a DM, tell them Shopsy sent you. They'll give you an advisor that will make sure your dream car is a reality. Furthermore, they will deliver at your doorstep no matter where you are in the United Kingdom. So follow Anchor Car Sales right now. Joining me in the studio for the very first time is an icon of African pop music. Hails from the west side of Africa, representing green, white, green, a super eagle at its core. One of the foundation members of the iconic group, the Plantation Boys, is the legendary BLACKFACE!
BLACKFACE Niger.
BLACKFACE Niger in the building.
That's what's up.
Listen, my brother.
It's good to be here finally. It's been a long time coming.
It has been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
It's a pleasure to finally be here with you, my brother.
Yeah, it's all mine.
You can turn around and face me this way.
We're good.
You look amazing, bro. You look like you're 21 years old.
You too. You're not even aging. I'm not even seeing the strand of white hair on your beard.
All this one, dying.
No, why me?
Everywhere, don't white, food everywhere.
Forget. I know the strategy. You know, God is keeping you in it.
We did try.
God to keep all of us. I'm telling you, man.
Nice.
Just glad to be here, bro.
Nice to have you in town. What are you doing in the United Kingdom, bro?
Well, there are several things that brought me to the UK.
Please.
You know, several things. And basically, for me, coming to the UK, the most foremost thing is family. You know, it's family because I'm blessed to have a set of twins here. And so,
boys or girls?
Girls, two girls, Holly and Ivy.
Hugging and loving on their daddy.
No, stop. You know, so I'm just blessed to have
that's
that.
That's amazing.
And so, you know, they that's just a major reason. And also, I've also taken some time out to entertain some of my fans and some places, gone to some places. Still hoping to do some more, and I've gone to the studio.
Wow.
Made some records, as well, and still having more things that has to do around the music business industry to do still in the UK. So I'm still here for now.
You look amazing, my brother. How do you feel?
Man, well, it's good. I just thank God for everything. You know, they said, what doesn't kill you builds you. You know, so I've been thankful, and I'm still thankful for the years that you know we've used in time to use to learn, and you know go through experience of life and get to understand what life really entails and what it holds. You know, so I'm just grateful and thankful for how God has kept me.
Absolutely.
You know, just grateful.
I introduced you as one third of the iconic Nigerian, you know, pop group at the time.
Yeah.
Plantation Boys. That's
Plantation Boys.
30, it's 30 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
30 years in the game.
From the year 2000. Because that's when they officially came out.
Yeah,
from the year 2000. So that'd be like about 25
years.
25 years since we dropped that and changed the horoscope.
25 years ago, for young BLACKFACE Niger, was music professional, being a professional musician, was that ever on the cards? Or was it just a group of boys and friends just doing what they were doing at the time?
The first thing that drives the singer is the passion
Mm.
for whatever they want to do.
Yep.
So the passion then was really, really, it's still heavy. It's still driving. So I had a vision of what I wanted to do. I'd listened to so many others. I listened to so many greats, back to GDOB. You can imagine how far I would
Wow.
have come. Listening to the likes of them, Harry Moscow, listening to the likes of them. And Nicola Akpo was just the reason why I said, I need to have a voice to speak for my people. And having that voice to speak for my people had always been my agenda. And so, in my journey of trying to create a name for myself so that I could have a voice to speak for my people, I met some friends along the way,
Mm.
and so I did not say I was going to leave them behind. I took them with me, and I was like, yo, this is that. What you guys think, is a way that can change your life and you can change your family's life. What you think. And that's how the band formed.
Wow.
You understand? And coming to Lagos, I met Phase, and we became a trio. So it was basically to have a voice. And I've just been all about that from the get-go. I haven't changed. I haven't really switched my lane. I'm still about the people, what I want, what the people expect, what they have, what they demand, what they don't get, what they hope for, what they are deprived of. That's still my mission.
Speaking that,
Yes, and it hasn't changed.
you
You
talk
understand?
you talk about that, but I remember when I was at university and this record came out. Baby, don't you know that you were talking to the girls back then.
Yes.
So talk to me about especially that time when it
Yeah.
was almost like that beat sounded a little bit like Timberland. That's why
Yeah.
we connected heavy.
Yeah, to get, because that was the first time we were coming out.
Yep.
And so for every game you want to play, there have to be a strategy. And so for any type of music we wanted to put out, first of all, we have to make the music that are gonna be interesting to the girls.
I like that.
And once the girls love the music, they will love us. Even some of their boyfriends
We had no choice.
will hate us. Some of them will still love us,
Yeah.
for making their girlfriends happy with the music and all that. So the first thing was to make sure that, we had that appeal. And that appeal to the ladies, and then still talk the truth, because love and hate, war and peace, they're all synonymous. So we have to pull them together with the music. So when we unite the people with the
Use
music,
those tools.
we can pass our message with the tool of the music.
At the time when you had formed this band with your brothers,
Yeah.
did you guys decide, oh, was there going to be a lead singer or everybody was just going to be taking the verses? What was that like back then?
No, it wasn't like there was any like decision who would take what. But then I started first of all with Two Face.
Yeah.
And so he was basically doing most of the lead singing.
Yep.
Because then, I was still developing myself. And still, because I was more of the one that writes, I was still, I can't, if I write and I can rap, so why would I want to sing and rap at the same time?
Yep.
So why don't you do the
That's-
singing
yeah.
and I'm going to do the rapping? So when it's time for me to do some singing, I'll still come in as well.
Yeah.
So that's why with the harmonies, I could come with the harmonies, write the sounds, work on it together. So, we just have to, there's what they call division of labor. I couldn't be doing everything, even if it's something that I could. But then, it's only right that, footballer no go carry ball from post, one dribble, everybody go score. At least you go pass. You don't go cross corner, can't go head down inside.
Absolutely.
So let some people cross the balls, let some people put it at the back of the net. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
For the team.
So it was basically about that.
You mentioned that Two-Face was doing the singing. You obviously you were doing the rapping and writing. What did you see in Face? What did he add to the
Yeah.
band?
Yeah. You know, I met Face coincidentally when he came after the Ray Power second year anniversary,
Mm,
you know, third year anniversary. So we had gone to Ray Power to see Kenny Ogungbe and the rest of them,
the iconic Kenny
you
Ogumbe.
know, and they had already said they wanted we as Plantation Boys to do a jingle for Ray Power is 3 years old. And that's how we came up with Ray Power is 3.
No
It's our
way.
third anniversary. Ray Power is 3 and it's going down in the history. Ray Power is 3. So we just came up with that melody
Right
in the
there.
studio, yeah, and then went into it and then we recorded it, wrote a verse for it. Pa, 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 pa. It's done and we rendered it and Tufe sang it and we did the jingle. So FaZe had the jingle at home
Wow.
and he was like, "Who are those boys?" And so he looked for us and then he came to meet me came to Festac where we are in 201.
Hmm.
And, you know, sleepy and they're like, somebody's at the door. I'll be like, "What's up? What do you want?" And he's like, "Man, he can sing. He heard the jingle. He heard us on the radio. He was so excited, blah, blah, blah." Like, calm down, calm down, calm down. And that's how we started talking about music. And got to know that he had so much skills,
Hmm.
you know, and having those kind of skills, I was like, I think he's our brother from another mother that we never got to see from the beginning. But now that we're here, there's nothing wrong in him tagging up with us because, it has proven over time that I wasn't wrong with my decision
Hmm.
to make him a third member of the Plantation Boys.
Yeah,
You know.
absolutely.
So that was how, he joined the team and started discussing about way going forward and all of that, what music to do, stage, costumes. We started discussing that. He now become a part
Part
of
of
the
the
discussion
discussions.
because before he wasn't part of it. It was basically me and Two-Face. That's why you see when we went throughout the Rotman's Groove,
Yeah,
it was me and
and Two-Face.
Two-Face, and Face participated in the competition in Benin and he came first. He won the first prize in Benin because he was cooling in Ekpoma. So he came to
Came to
to
the Benin,
Benin.
was closer
Yes,
to Ekpoma.
yes. So he came there because of we're already friends.
Mm, mm.
Even before the breakthrough of the Rotman's Groove came for us.
He was already
He was
around the
already
group.
around, and I was already having that, like, yeah, he's good, and basically music we discuss
Wow.
all the time.
Now, 25 years on, of course, the music business is completely different now. But when I speak to people like yourself, I always like to take it back to what it was like.
Yeah.
One, recording music, and two, marketing and distributing music. The challenges, the process, and the challenges that you guys were facing at that time to become successful stars.
Yeah, at that time, there was limited internet.
Yes.
Even though there was internet, it wasn't for everybody to have. It was for the people at the top, you know. And so there was limited internet. So the music was just sold in a small circle. It couldn't be distributed far and wide because you release it to a marketer in Alaba. He puts it on the shelf. They buy it from here to Oshodi, Ibadan, Enugu, Onisha, Port Harcourt. Only some few people that would take it, like from
Further.
Nigeria, and then bring it all over, take it across the borders.
Yeah.
And people started listening to what Nigeria was cooking. I was like, wow, I like this. I like this.
Physically.
And physically. And so that was how the music, started getting to them until it came to the era of having to have internet.
Yep.
The people could have distribution channels. The likes of the Spotify came up,
Yep.
and the likes of the rest of them came up
Yep.
because they weren't there before. Even though they were there, it wasn't so, And the challenges then was basically the reach. The reach was limited, and people didn't see the value of it because when you are doing something in your local vicinity,
Yep.
people going to look at you like, what are you doing? But the moment they get to find out that people overseas are taking interest in what you are doing, then they start to pay attention.
Yep.
You understand? So in the initial time, we had the likes of them Baba Frayos,
Yep.
them Daddy Showkeys, them Pretty Busy Boys. There was
Yep.
different people that were there, Mighty Mouse. They faced those challenges of not being exported out because there
Yep.
was limited
Yeah, we
like the
couldn't
distribution
distribution
channels
channels.
that are now, but when we came, we also faced that. But then it had come to an era that we brought some spice that made it in a way that people really wanted to
To the
take it
music.
out and say, listen to these boys,
Yes.
what these boys are doing. And so people started paying attention to Nigerian music more than they used to do before, because basically it was Makosa.
Yep.
If it's not Makosa, then it's dancehall.
The Congolese
You
music was
understand, was heavy.
heavy.
And they had already taken over the
Over.
industry. And, we being young, we're looking like, wow, what are we going to do? We have to make sure that our people can relate to our music. And that's how we carved the pigeon with it, so that it can draw the attention of the
that
people,
these are
these are locals. And so the demand for the music can really increase.
Who was producing your music at the time? Because especially with the record that I mentioned, I told you that one of the first things that caught my eye was it. It reminded me of the Timberland beats at the time. To the baby, don't you know? So who was making those beats?
Yeah, Baby Don't You Know was produced by Nelson Brown. Was produced by Nelson Brown. Nelson Brown is very multi-talented. He can do virtually almost every kind of beat, from rap, house, reggae,
Wow.
dancehall, normal R&B. He can do virtually anything. So, but it was just a matter of what direction do we want to go with the song, because every song has a direction, So we just have to tell him, oh, this is how the song goes, and then he understands the vibe. He's on the keyboard, and the beat is coming out. So that's why I was able to produce the whole album of the Plantation Boys, the first one, doing Knock Me Off, doing You and I, doing and going forward, doing One and Only, doing Don't You Know, doing Have You Seen My Girl, doing several songs for the band, because we believe in his expertise. And other people, when we went to do the Plan B album, we branched out to try to have experience of, the infusion of some other young artists, young producers as well. That was the first time that Plantation Boys as a band will be working with, different producers, because then it was just basically Nelson Brown.
That would do everything.
Would do everything.
That was the era that you had come in. His one producer would sit behind it. And that was it.
And do it, So it's okay. The challenges are the reasons why the development is what it is today.
Absolutely.
And now people can enjoy and know that, yes, music has taken off. Before, people didn't like to have their kids play football.
100%.
And now if their kids is saying, Daddy, Mommy, I want to play football, they'll be thinking like, will they support them now?
Facts.
Just the same way, like, if they find out that their kids are also making music or want to sing, they support them now.
Absolutely.
Before, it was not like that. So it was really, really, really nice to have been able to, create that niche that people can believe that music is a tool that, is inspiring and people can venture in it. It's not something that is
it's
just
not
for
layaways.
Exactly. It's not just for everybody.
Now, before we turned on the camera, you and I were speaking briefly about the musician and the careers around a musician. Now, I want to take it back those 20 plus years when you guys had officially become a professional music band. What was the roles around you like at the time? Did you know that you needed a proper manager, a music lawyer, a PR executive, a marketing team? What?
Yeah, we knew some things, but we didn't know all. We didn't know all. We didn't take even the things that we were supposed to take seriously, we didn't take them seriously. We only just felt like there's still time to do this. There's still time to do it. There's no need for us to worry about that now. There's time to do it. We'll do it with time. And so we sidelined some things like legal signings, binding agreements. We left those side. We wanted we wanted it to be like from the mind. So when your word is your bond, you don't really have to use a document as your
To
bond.
confirm that.
So that was how we let it to roll. And I wasn't bossy, like to say it's a must, you almost sign contract, you almost sign contract or else nobody is, no. I kept it in a way that they were going to understand even the reason for the contract with time. With time.
You get free will.
Yes, as they develop, because the business is vast.
Yep.
And it doesn't just start here and ends here. So there are different opportunities that can come, So it wouldn't have been so long that we would have had maybe some persons come and say they want us to do maybe an advert, and they say, but you don't have a binding agreement. So you gotta have a binding agreement. Then they're gonna see that, yeah, we need a binding agreement for real.
Yep.
It's not like I'm just
saying
insisting
it.
on it. So I was like, there's gonna be time, because with the time that passes by, it will reveal the things that the band will definitely need. And I wanted a webmaster, somebody that be on the web. By then, internet was not so heavy, but I wanted a webmaster. Like,
Wow.
wanted a webmaster. But we're so worried about legal, because
we're together.
And whatever agreement we're getting, we're always going to have to ensure that we own copyright.
Yep.
And we maintain and retain all the rights to the band.
Yep.
So there was nothing to be scared about looking for a lawyer to pay money to. When we could just look in between, the lines,
and just get
and say, yeah, this is good for us to go. Let's go. So that's just what it is.
Back then, I think when groups go their separate ways, it's always like a falling out. It's not like nowadays where, as a band, you can decide that BLACKFACE, if you want to release a solo album, you can go and release maybe 2 or 3 and come back.
Yeah.
At that time, when somebody wants to go solo, is fight, is war.
Yeah.
What was it like at your time when the band initially went their way? Was it war?
Yeah, it was not war. It was like growth, because that was how I saw it. I didn't see it as a problem, because firstly, I was confident of my own self, that no matter what it is, even if we go our separate ways, I know I'm still going to be holding it down. I'm not worried about, who's going to put a hot record more than myself. I'm not worried about that. So I wasn't worried, but it still brought about some reasons why people, started having double minds to say whether we had issues, because after we went our separate ways, the band never united that much. The band never came together to tour that much. They never even did anything. The band was like, in short, everybody was just looking like the band is gone.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I can't build a band and let it just go. Because I know I put so much effort in building the name. It's not a matter of who's singing or who's producing, but it's a matter of the name that all these people have built collectively.
The fans that you had created.
The fans that we have created. So it was just going to be difficult for me to just let that go. But I took my time. I waited for them to realize that no matter the name they built, it couldn't even match up to Plantation Boys. No matter how you want to build your name, the works that Plantation Boys have done speaks for itself.
Crazy.
They are everlasting classics and waiting to be remixed and do and some new features, new sound You go to the club now, you see some oldies, they
Yeah.
put on a piano rhythm now, people are listening to it.
Yeah.
That is what the band should be doing.
Enjoying
You
those kind of
understand?
benefits
And
now.
then but you
And
understand.
you
But
can't even go on tour.
do you understand? But what will it be if you have those kind of works created and nobody's promoting it? So I was like, no. That's the reason why last year I put out an album for
Yeah.
Plantation Boys. I called it The Return. You know, I called it The Return because people were craving for the band to come back, and the boys were not ready to come back. They were enjoying solo stardom. Some were enjoying the fact that, they hailed them. When they enjoy that individual hailing, it's as if, nobody reach you again. But there's one thing I know is that Plantation Boys will sell out the stadia, but you won't. Plantation Boys will sell out the O2 Arena, but you won't.
You're saying as an individual?
As an individual, yeah. As an individual, if we're being in all honesty, you won't, because if they would, they would have done that. They would have sold out a long time ago.
Two Faces, Two-Face is a huge.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not a
Yeah.
matter of just having a name.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of, like, would you want to play in a big venue or would you want to play in a bar?
That if we come together,
we play in a
can
big
do something
venue.
bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to be on your own, you're just gonna be playing in a bar, from one bar to the next bar till the battery runs down, innit? So I'd be like, if I was them, I would have been thinking, like, regardless of what I do, the fans deserve that. That's if you care about the fans. That's my own.
First of all, as a fan, I remember where I was when they said some promoters or some marketers had come together, brought the band together to give us one more album.
Yeah, that's the Plan B album.
How excited I was here on radio to say the band
happening.
Came together.
Yeah.
Since then, of course, there's been so many fallouts left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But have you sat around the table as grown men now to say there's an opportunity for us, Face, Two-Face, BLACKFACE, Niger, to come together back?
Yeah.
And not only give the fans what they want, but also make some serious money out here in the streets.
Well, how will I put it? Sitting down on the table as grown men is the ideal thing to do. Expected of us.
Yes.
But sometimes, you know how it is when some persons get contented with a small dream. A small dream cannot be compared to a big dream. A big dream is a big dream. A small dream is a small dream. So if you have the intention to say we should be selling out the Manchester Stadium, there are processes to follow. Bringing back, doing some remixes or doing some things. The name is bigger than what you can expect.
Yep.
Everybody's going to turn out. So do you want to go for the big cake or you want to go for the small fries? So some person, that's why I say contented with the small fries, and they're forgetting about the big cake. And I'll be like, well, it's their own free will to decide what they want to do, because you can't force a horse to drink water even if you take the horse to the river.
What about the conversation sometimes that could be like some of the things that have been said in the past, maybe from someone like you, might make those difficult conversations difficult to have with your brothers?
No, there's nothing I've said in the past that should make it difficult, because everything I've said in the past is trying to remind them that we should go for the big cake, not the small fries. That's all I've always done. So if you are an entrepreneur like myself, you'll be seeing the bigger picture. You'll be seeing the bigger picture. But when you're not seeing the bigger picture, you're contented with the little fries, then that's okay. So that's the reason why the fans will keep waiting in anticipation for that to happen. And it might,
Asking for it.
yeah, because they know what they will get. They want the satisfaction. They want us to be able to prove, because they've boasted and talked about us to their friends,
Yeah.
family, and they're like, man, these
100%.
guys are good. These guys, they got melody, and we never ever thinking about showcasing it for the world to see.
One
You know?
one thing I wanted to discuss with you is, it's interesting that you're here, actually, because I was speaking about it this weekend, is the Nigerian music industry is one that has somehow vilified the idea of a superstar musician having a writer,
Yeah.
giving credit to somebody that put pen to
Contributes.
paper.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
made it feel such a way that if you are a superstar artist and somebody eventually says that they wrote for you or whatever, that means it's a negative, it's a stain on your talent. And
No.
maybe for a long time, when the conversation about whether you wrote African Queen kept on coming up,
Yeah.
it came with that type of energy where it felt like you saying you wrote African Queen for Two-Face was almost taking away credit of his own artistry in making the record.
Well, that's where the mindset comes into play. Because there's a song of mine called Collabo
Yep.
that was written by Nwankwo Evans and myself, putting finishing touches. Other people write for me. So why will I be in a mindset to be able to say this song was written by so person become a problem for me? It shouldn't be a problem.
Were you saying it at those times that people wrote for you?
People wrote,
Because it
of
felt
course.
like the first time
It's-
we
it's-
really
it's
heard
a-
the big thing
It's the mindset.
was when you said you wrote it for Two-Face.
The thing is, it was not even a subject matter in the first place. It was never a subject matter. It was just because of what they wanted to use that my phrase or my sentence to do, you know. So that's why they started saying write another one now. You don't go write another one. But come on, if somebody wrote a song for me, and the media be going against him like that and saying write another one now, I'm going to come out. I'm going to tell them, hey, this guy wrote this song for me. This guy actually gave me the permission to sing the song. Stop what you're doing. It's really, really wrong. Stop what you're doing is wrong, because you can't do that to somebody that gives that added value to whatever I'm doing. R. Kelly is writing for Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Wrote for.
Yeah.
Eminem wrote for Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
People are writing for people, bros. You should know what the game entails. It shouldn't be something that should be a topic. It shouldn't be a topic of discussion. It's just that you just can't overlook to say so person contributed to so. You just can't overlook that and act like he's okay. You just can't overlook that.
Was one of the reasons you were also insistent on getting the credits for that was the fact that you didn't get the legal credits for it, or just the cultural impact of that record? You felt like you deserved credit for that cultural impact too.
Well, apart from saying I deserve credit, it's my creation. And if you are saying something that you created on a television and your name is not there, maybe used in a movie, and your name is not there, bro, you're not gonna like it. No matter how humble, God-fearing you are, you're not gonna like it, because you're gonna feel like this is a disrespect to you, because they are undermining your work and disrespecting your being, disrespecting your personality by saying it's okay to just ignore him like he doesn't exist, while we move ahead and do things like he wasn't part of it at all. That cannot all go well with you.
Did you? But have you
Do you understand?
Have you gotten legal credits for the record?
Well, like I said, that's what they call reversed works.
Yeah.
So those are the things to take the play in the future, because I'm not going to carry whatever on my head like I'm going to go look for somebody because of they did not give me credit at the time they were supposed to, and I start to look for what to do to them or whatever. No, I'm more than that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm way more than that. Especially somebody that my free will, I said they could do that. It was only right for them to respect me back like I respected them. Do you understand? So it's just what I'm not going to be taking too much worries on, and things that are going to happen. Legal things could happen, and if legal things happen, the books will be corrected, and whatever things that have to come along with it will come, if we're going to sit down on the table to, because
So you never sat on the table all this while.
that's what I'm telling you, that
All this while.
sometimes they avoid this table because they don't want, maybe they're scared of we sitting and asking questions like grown men.
Did you see the top 50 Afrobeats songs of all time from Billboard?
That was funny.
And African Queen being identified as number one. When I saw that list, of course, I was celebrating. Congratulations to Two-Face, incredible record. But in my pride, I'm thinking, oh, yo, BLACKFACE is you're gonna kick off again. Saying,
No, I was like happy. I know the song has that ability to still top the chart.
Absolutely.
I know, but I was just like, it's not an Afrobeat song. Unless they're terming it Afrobeat because it's from the region of where we are from. So they want to classify all Nigerian music now as Afrobeat.
What genre would you say that record is?
I say it's a reggae.
It's a reggae.
It's a reggae, lovers rock.
Absolutely.
It's not Afrobeat unless if they say the music coming from the west of Africa is called Afrobeat. Even if it's rap music, it's Afrobeat.
Yeah, that's a reggae.
So you couldn't be doing rap music. You couldn't be doing rap music and then they want to term it Afrobeat. Yeah. So that was like, apart from that, I was excited, that my work could be on that type, with giving that kind of recognition. I was happy for it. Like, yeah, I knew that he had that potential. And because I wanted the best for my friend, that was the reason why I said he should sing it in his album, so that when he's coming out, he will make a real impact. You understand? And that was the reason why I said he could sing the song. So I was excited. And my thoughts about the song wasn't wrong. I knew it was a banger. I knew it was something that was going to catch the ears of people and suit the mind of people. So it was not something I had to second guess about it. Even though some people would say, "Oh, I didn't know that it was going to be a hit. That's the reason why I gave it to you." I mean, like, come on. Why will I be writing a song and I'm not trying to make the best of the song? I must be trying to make it sound.
What was the inspiration behind the record, though? Like, what was the energy when you guys were making that record?
Yeah, basically, it's to write for the African woman, So how much can you praise the African woman? You have to give her all the laurels. You have to give her all the flowers, give her all the things that she needs. And no other best way would describe an African woman than the lyrics of that song.
Facts.
For the struggle, for all the things they've been through. We the African men, we know our stubbornness and how crazy we get. So for the African woman to be able
stick by us.
stick by us and hold it down for us, they deserve all the praise.
Facts.
And so it just happens naturally.
Do you think that some of the conversation around particularly this subject over the last 20 years has blocked or distorted your own solo career in any way? Do you think that
It has in a whole lot of ways. Like, people still go to my Facebook page, they're all over there just saying what they shouldn't be saying,
negative comments?
just non-stop.
Wow.
And I'd be like, what's going on? Even if I even if I put a post about maybe
Food.
maybe a friend of mine
Yeah.
that maybe give him my ATM card
Yeah.
to go and get money from the bank, and he goes, and instead of him getting like 50,000, he gets like 75,000. And then my alert shows, and I say, "What, you took 75,000?" I'm like, "No, I took 50 first, then I thought I took another 25, but I didn't know that one came out, blah, blah, give me an excuse." And then I go to my page, I'll be like, "Friends, how can I do? What will I do with this type of friends that I have?" They're all going to just start to say, "It's Two-Face I'm talking about."
Anybody you
As in, that's all they're going to be assuming. And I'll be like, how you guys think? Because I don't send people to their pages to talk bad about them. I'm just taking my strides.
I'm sure they don't
one
send.
one step at a time.
Sure they don't send anybody to your pages as well. Some
No,
fans just.
I don't agree to that.
You
I
think?
feel so. Yes.
Think people who
Yes.
Two-Face will send.
I
fans to your
don't care
page?
if it's Two-Face or anybody, but I believe that there are people who still send people
to go and be
to
negative.
go to people's pages, because
Really?
if you want to get a deal, people will first of all come and check out your social media pages. And if your social media pages is always filled with praises,
Negativity and praise.
it's always filled with praises, then they're going to say, he's the
He's a
one we're
good
going
guy.
to work. Exactly.
Really?
Yes. And so they're going to be coming to my page with all of that, so that when people that want to work with me, they will come, they will see negativity. And I'll be like, don't you guys get tired? Don't you guys get tired? You should be tired of all these things. So I'll be telling them, stop spreading the fake memo. The memos they've given you guys, by now, it should be something you people should discard, because you can't run with that ideology for this long and keep running. You people should be running out of gas.
Do you have Face's telephone number?
Yes.
Do you have Two-Face's telephone number?
Yes.
Have you called
We've spoken.
in recent times?
We've spoken, considerably spoken, yeah. But
And what's the energy like?
well, if the energy was something that was like very, very straight and positive, I won't be lying to you. By now, you would have been seeing changes. You would have been seeing direction. But the direction still directs to the previous game plan. So the game plan is still on. There's no plan for what the fans are demanding.
Is there something we can do as a culture, as a community,
Well,
to bring these brothers back together to sit around the table?
well, that's I used to think like there's something some persons can do, because we've met several people,
Top level.
several people that even broke a peace between communities that are fighting against themselves.
Wow.
And it couldn't still happen. But I guess the reason why it's not happening is because they still want to be on that agenda. There's an agenda that they are running on. I feel so. And that agenda is not a good agenda. It's just an agenda that just keep bringing unnecessary clashes, unnecessary beefs, unnecessary talks, side talks, just trying to make somebody look bad. When you know this person has virtually been doing good to you all the time. So recently in my Facebook page, I posted, I was like, it's crazy how people just watch when people are saying bad things about you and they know you are not that and they be keeping quiet, like they don't want to say, hey, stop what you're doing. You have to say stop what you're doing. That's the time you come away from that jinx. That's the time you come away from that clout. That's, you have to. Because nobody would do something good for me and I'll be watching them doing the person bad. I wouldn't. I'll not be able to stand it. I have to say, this man is my guy. I have to. I'm not going to be acting as if I don't know. So that's where I say, if the energy was changing, then it would have been changing. It would have been saying that it's changing. Those things are stopping. Those unnecessary banters are stopping because you come to tell them, stop this thing you're doing. This person only did me good. You would have come out to say that. No matter what, because I still have people, it's not only them I've worked with. I work with several people. And some of these people you work with, the first thing they want to say when they want to get favors from people is to talk you down. They talk bad about you. Hey, you're not helping them. Oh, you're not doing this for them. You're not doing this. You're not doing that, because they're looking for favors. But they're not going to say, hey, look, this is what this person's been doing for me. Tell him thank you. Even though, even though I expected so much, but he was able to give me something that was please help me tell him thank you. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. Not like saying, no, that's what he does. It doesn't help anybody. He doesn't do anything for people. But in the long run, you have a roof over your head, you have clothes on your back, you have food, you have everything. The person is doing all those things for you, and still you're not still grateful. You want more.
That's what you should do. Speaking about what you should do,
You
if you haven't downloaded the Nala app right now, that is what you should do. Download the Nala Money app right now.
That's
If you
what's
can
up.
send money from the UK, Europe, and United States of America to family back home, we say here at Nala app that you're sending love back home. And as you do, download this app right now, sending love back home to family and friends. Your first £50 or €50 or $50 that you're sending back home to family members, if you use the promo code SHOPSY, you're going to get £10 or €10 or $10 right back. So do not do anything else. What you should do is download the Nala Money right now and send love back home. You can also follow the Nala Loves Nigeria on Instagram and get more information about us. One thing I wanted to ask you is, in all these conversations, have you ever taken a step back to look at maybe some things that you haven't done well, or maybe some things you've done wrong, that perhaps admitting that could also help your brothers to step forward and raise their hands up and say there's some things I've done wrong too?
Maybe I'm too frank. Maybe I'm too frank. And, I'm not frank and double, though. Maybe I'm too frank. But I guess I can't say it's a complex for them. I can't say it's a complex because they are kings in their own status, and if there were things I haven't done, I think maybe I just didn't sign them from the beginning.
You should have signed them as artists. You should have signed them.
I should have signed them, and nobody signs with nobody except I'm aware. Nobody signs a contract from this band except I'm aware. Unless I say you go, you
You
go.
don't go.
And this contract is indefinite.
What?
You are
That's
not
slave
going
trade.
anywhere. I don't know. You get me? Maybe that's what I should have done. You understand? Because if I signed the contract for like about 5 years, 10 years, those years are over now.
Mm.
You know, this 25 years coming from the first debut album.
Wow.
Do you understand? And it's a milestone. 2 decades.
Absolutely, man.
Do you understand? So
Should have a concert this
do
December.
you understand? And so, but the concert is something that would have happened if all minds are thinking likewise. Just like we're talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what they don't want to happen, they won't want to let the discussion go far. They're gonna want to cut it off. But I'm just saying it because I'm a free-minded person. I'm not really worried. I've really, done a lot for myself as Blackface Niger.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my first album, Get the Child, with the hard life, it paid me, carry us to Evergreen ahead of the game, to Jungle Fever, to Dancer Business, to Me Music and I,
That's crazy, man.
to the Defender album.
That's a lot of work,
then
brother.
Defender, then the Rising Sun, then the Rising Sun 2, then Get to Child 2.
For this new generation of Afrobeats fans
Yeah.
that are enjoying African pop music now,
Yeah.
how would you describe a Blackface Niger sound to like the new young audience that want to go and listen to some
Yeah.
of the music? What's your
Yeah.
sound like?
My sound varies.
Hmm.
My sound varies because I'm like a utility player.
Hmm.
You know, I can play from the right wing, I can play from the left wing. I'm a maestro in the midfield.
Talk that talk.
You know, I'm really that. So, like now, I have a single called "Nothing on Me."
And what's the genre? What is?
It's a dance music, like
Mm.
dance. I got none on me. I got none on me. Search me again, search me again, search me again. I got none on me. Going to the club, I'm at the door. Bouncers be stopping me. They be searching me. Them girls be checking me. My hands are up, I came the ball. Ain't nothing stopping me. I came to have some fun and it's my prerogative. So let me in before it's sundown. I'm from downtown, got a party for the sun's out. I got my shift in the morning, I gotta work so I get my money. Let me in. I got none on me. I got none on me. Search me again, search me again, search me again. I got none on me. Then cops pull me over. Then my blood and siren is because of my black skin, everything. Chris, so me no fretcha. Me no worry about them. Me no cause no problem. Come with the breathalyzer. Then my time me breathing and me now be drinking. Run me on the computer. Search me car and nothing them I find. Glad I got none on me. I got none on me. Search me again, search me again, search me again.
that's
I got
house.
none on me. It's like boom, boom. It's like dance.
Wow, that's dance music.
So that does not stop me from going to do love you in my heart and my every breath. How I they feel inside, only time we tell. You fill the void in my life, yeah. You make me happy.
Woo! Come on,
Happy, yeah. Happy. I found all I've always wanted. Blessings to my life, yo. You're my love, woman. I love you dearly.
This is a free
You're
show.
my best friend. Now you they make my heart beat.
This
My
is
heart
different.
beat
Listen,
faster.
as you're
You know-
sounding now, I'm hearing all those harmonies back then on
Exactly.
the plantation.
Yeah, but that's why I tell you that I'm Mr. Plantation. So
Damn.
it doesn't change the vibe. It depends on what inspires. You know, if it's rap, I go giddy bang bang, giddy bang bang, giddy bang. I hit them with the giddy bang. Kitty big deal, mini big deal. I'm cruising through the hood with big wheels, new teams and new chains. Well, I'm making lots of money, but some rappers making loose change. I can't miss, I'm at a close range, busting shot at your haters. My gun is like a sausage in your mouth. I hear you talk a lot like 10 niggas beat you up in the parking lot. So if it's rap music,
You could do it.
so
You've
that's
done
why,
dance.
yeah.
You've done R&B, slow. Now you don't rap. So you've got every flavor with the Blackface Niger sound.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm a utility player. If it's reggae, we'll be telling them, why can there be love? Why can there be love amongst us all? Why can there be love? Oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love, oh love. A love so precious, love so true. A love that comes from me to you. A love that doesn't discriminate. If you were black or white, a love that builds bridges that walls, a love that binds us all as one, a love that heals up every wound, a love that's patient and kind. Why can there be love? Why can there be love amongst us all? Why can there be love? You know, so if it's reggae, so it's just the music. It's just the music.
Coming from the era you've come from, what you've displayed in the last 3 minutes is
Yeah.
a variety, like you said,
Yeah.
of different sounds and different
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah.
Who are some of the artists now that you see on the scene and you know, without doubt, you say, nah, these brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
they've got it.
Yeah, there's so many of them. There's so many of them that I like their vibes.
Mm.
You know, but Burna Boy is cool. His vibe.
ODG.
I like his vibe because of his personality that he rubs with it, and staying resilient throughout all the time to try to
No
say
sign of weakness.
try to say they're not going to play his music and all of that. We went through all of that. We went through those as well, you know, and there are other people as well, like what's his name?
You've got to put Whiskey and Davido in there, bro.
Yeah,
Whiskey. You
Wizkid. I
Stop,
like
bro.
Wiz.
You
I like
can't come from
I like Starboy. I like Starboy. You know, anytime I see Wizkid, all I see is the potential.
still now.
Yeah, what I see is what can be.
He's already great already.
I know, but I
he's at the
know,
pinnacle.
I know.
Not only in Africa,
I know.
globally.
I know. But you know when somebody say when I listen
Still
to
see
him,
something else.
yes, I see something else.
Wow. Somewhere else he can go.
Yes.
Wow. That's scary.
It's been like that for ages, and I've tried to reach out to him to tell him that, yo, bro, holla at me. Holla at me.
What do you want him to what can you do for Whiskey?
It's the music. It's the music. And
You still think you can there's still something that you can fix?
jeez.
In Whiskey?
Jeez. Like I still see some things that he can do.
Like what? What would you say?
There's so many things. There's so many things he hasn't even dived into musically. Not to put him down. That's not to say
That's a legend.
that's
not
not
only in
to,
Africa.
no, that's not to put him down, but that's to
global
say that
icon.
I see that there's something I still see. You know, that is kudos to his growth, that he can still grow even more. That I'm still seeing it. You know, and that's why they say God keep us. Time reveals everything. What I'm thinking at the back of my head might come to pass a time where people can be like, oh, is that what you were saying?
Do you like to work
Nah.
with some of these guys that you've mentioned?
Yeah, I've always wanted to work with them, but I guess because of the propaganda and the media, they'll be like, maybe I'm that troublesome guy. You know, I'm that one that doesn't say no, doesn't back down.
Have you reached out? DMs?
Well, I have reached out to quite a few.
Instagram DMs?
I've reached out. Even recently, the last person I reached out to,
was who?
I found out that they were not really like paying attention to what I was saying, you know. And
Who was that?
yeah, like about last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't even want to call their name to make it seem like, you know, but I was like, would have been nice to do some work. You know, would have been nice to do some work if they were ready.
What would you like to do? Write for somebody?
Well,
Produce for somebody? What
music,
exactly?
you know, it takes two to tangle in the music. 3 or 4 can even tangle and make a track.
Facts.
So it's just a matter of space and time. You know, everybody bring their ideas on the table, but I got what I'm thinking, that the way I see them, I would just say, this is what I think. Check it out. If they don't like it, they can discard it. But they're not going to say they don't like it. They're going to love it.
They're going to love it.
They're going to love it.
So this is a call for Wiz, Burna.
Yeah, yeah. But Even Davido would be nice to do some work with.
And you've reached out to David too?
Yeah, I have. I've definitely have written to him, even with Chris Brown, so many times, like write to them in their DMs. You know, even before they did that song, before they did that Blow My Mind,
Wow.
I've already started writing to them to like, yo, I want to do some work. You know, but I know they hear me. I know they hear me.
They'll hear from.
I know they hear me. I know they hear my works. I know they listen to my materials. I know they hear me. It's okay. It's good, you know. And I hear them as well. I listen to them as well. Recently, we were out in the bar and I was watching Davido's videos up and down. I was like, man, this guy has put in work.
That's
Like
that's nothing but an icon.
Kudos for that.
Facts.
For those works, for the hard work. They say hard work over talent. Do you understand?
As in you choose hard work over talent.
The hard
Any
work,
day.
because if you have talent and you
might
don't
not
put in the
work
hard
hard.
work, it's not going to work.
Facts.
So the hard work is the first thing
Facts.
that will supersede anybody that, if anybody has talent and is sleeping, it's not going to work. So hard work.
Choose hard work any day.
Yes, because you can
That's
get
what I
that
think
along
too.
the way.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I give Davido kudos for that as well. And there's some people also that are really doing good for themselves. You know, what's his name? This boy, Chris boy.
Who's that? What song?
What's that his name again?
What does he look like? Tall, short?
I keep forgetting. Benson is good too. Benson is good too.
Crazy.
And then there's some other people.
There's
some other people.
That's good.
Tiwa, I'm a fan of Tiwa till the world comes to an end.
That's an incredible.
I'm a fan, and just like I said, there's some things just like I talk about whiskey.
Yeah.
Same way I look at Tiwa, there's some things that we could do, some music that we could do that would be like so crazy. You know, and
we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make this.
You know, I know. Say you as.
We're gonna make it happen.
I believe we're here.
We're gonna make it happen.
We're going to the party. I guess we're gonna catch all of them where they are.
Facts.
Let's go.
And finally, what should people now? I know you said you're in the UK. You're touching fans in different ways. You've got the single out. What's next, and what should people look forward to from BLACKFACE Nigeria?
Yeah, what people should look forward to from me is basically new music. And I'll be doing some videos. Already preparing that. Already that I'm in the UK. And when I do some videos, people will start to see more of me. Because right now the agenda now is to make as much videos as I can.
Visibility.
Yes. So you know, I can let them know that I'm here. I'm back to stay.
Facts.
You know, and also planning some remixes for the Plantation Boys works.
Do you have all the rights to do that?
Yes, I do.
So you're the one that has the right. Like you don't have to speak to the boys.
No.
To get any sign.
I'm gonna pay the boys.
So once you do those remixes, you just cut.
Yeah, because everybody has their own contributions.
Yeah.
So everybody get their own share. You know, so I'm gonna make sure that happens. You know, and we're getting close to that. The next time we're gonna have a meeting, we'll discuss all of that. Those that have paychecks can get paychecks. Those that have money to get can get money. You know, and then the work doesn't have to just lie low, because I wanna make it.
It's time. People are sampling.
You understand?
We saw Scales just sampled "Oh Colo Mental" by Face.
Yeah, I did by Face.
Yeah. So it's time. We're starting to sample. Yeah, we're starting to sample.
And you see with Scales setting examples, and other people have realized that as well.
Absolutely.
It also tells you that I'm not wrong for trying to say, before you dive into my work, try to let me know. Show some respect.
Because you have been critical of other people in the past.
Yes, you have to show some respect.
But initially, some of us didn't know. We're learning
That's
the
what
music
I'm
business.
That was the reason of that song. I'm ahead of the game. Watch me do my thing. So if I'm ahead of the game, I'll be bringing some things,
teaching
some new things that are not really synonymous with the industry yet. I'll be bringing it down. They'll be like, oh, why is he saying that? Oh, okay, maybe because of this or of that. There are people that are vast in this,
Yeah.
but they might not be upfront like I am.
Yep.
You understand? So it's time for us to, the people we're trying to be like, we should take some little
Notes.
education and notes from them,
Yep.
so that we can also
better.
get better. Because it's good when they give us that honor and say, Naija, those boys,
business
they're
is right.
they're doing it right, because it's going to be more downing on us when you find out that is a song from 180s. You just take in and just remixing, not getting to the owner to say or giving credit. That doesn't tell good.
So some
That
of
doesn't speak good.
before you go, some of the most important things that new artists and developing artists should take note of: they're legal.
Legal, very important.
Yep.
Yeah. And build a team around themselves,
Build a team.
because they are like a company. They're going to employ people, from managers to photographers to stylists,
Facts.
to all of that. So they're going to know that they have a whole team around them, of which these people feed off them, live off them, from going to the drums, people that are that are doing the live drums and playing. The session men, they are all employed under you. So you have to take your business very, very seriously. It's not something that you just think it's just about you alone. No. If you think it's all about you alone, they're going to discard you. Then you find yourself by yourself.
Facts.
With your hands up.
Facts. Facts. Listen.
You understand? So basically, you have to do good to your team, and teach them the do's and don'ts, because I believe that if you're coming into this game to want to be a singer, you should also study what it entails, for you to equip yourself with the knowledge of how to play this game. You understand? So that's the major thing, So, and there are several things, and we learn in the business every day. The business is not what you can just learn everything at once. With time, you make mistakes to learn. You go forward, you learn, you go forward. You keep learning every day. And so keeping an open mind to ideas is also very, very important. You just don't know where the next idea that's going to give you the next big song. Like Nothing on Me was me going to the club, and they were like stopping me after I've gone like 1 or 2 times.
Checking you.
Then they be checking me, double checking me. Check me again. Check me before. Now check me again. So the experience, you have to have an open mind for the experience to create the melodies and the vibe for you. That's how real you can be.
Absolutely. My brother, it's a pleasure to finally sit down with you. It's an honor to listen to you. Like I said at the beginning, you are part of the foundation of what we enjoy today as Afrobeats, as African pop music, and the legacy that you've laid as part of the Plantation Boys and being BLACKFACE Naija will live on forever. And I want to just say, give you flowers right here, because I know that that's something that you haven't received properly over the decades. But regardless of the muddied waters, you are who you are.
I am who I am.
And we are here because of people like you.
Much love.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my brother, BLACKFACE Naija!
Shops to do.
Thank you so much, my brother, man. Listen, you deserve it.
Nice studio you have as well.
Thank you.
Nice place.
Appreciate you. I know that with all the negative conversations and stuff, the most important part, we miss it, and which is to also give you your flowers. Because if you did not pull your brothers together as Plantation Boys, there's so many parts of our history and our music industry that will be completely missing.
Yes, it would have. And maybe the jump off wouldn't have really jumped up.
Absolutely.
Maybe it would have been now that it would have been jumping up.
Absolutely. It could have taken us 20 years.
But you understand. Did not come to put in the missing pieces.
Absolutely.
So I'm honored. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for having me again.
Appreciate it.
The Afrobeats Podcast.
Right.